Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome to Mahogany Sweets. So, as y'all know, I had did the video about Tasha K interviewing Jaguar Wright a few days ago. I was rushing, trying to find the time because I just really wanted to speak about it. So, I did it while I was driving. Yes, on the car that I have, the muffler needs to be fixed, so it was noisy and everything. Thank y'all for not ripping into me too much, but I got what you're saying. I won't try that again, especially not since the car was so loud and everything like that. But anyway, oh, and do y'all see these thumbnails? YouTube, my own uploads is playing the hell out of me on them thumbnails that's in these videos. I already got to start editing and get together an intro or something like that. But anyway, as y'all see, you know what I'm saying, I tried to do my hair tonight. The curls done fell and everything. Well, I tried to do it earlier today, but it's tonight now. Curls done fell and everything like that. But it's decent. It's better than what y'all seen in that last video. I wasn't going to do another video about Tasha K, even though I stated in there, like, she's going to have to address this. I cannot wait to see what she's going to have to say, you know. So, since then, since the interview, Tasha K has made community posts that I want to talk about. Jaguar has came out and stated things about the interview. And now Tasha K did an interview, well, she called in, and yeah, it was an interview with the Wiley Show. So if you want to check that out, where he talks directly to her about the Jaguar Wright interview, she gives her take on what she called herself doing and everything like that. Callers called in and was reading her ass for filth and asking her questions about it. So I was like, you know what? I am going to do another video about this interview that she had concerning Tasha K and Jaguar Wright. Well, in her community channel post that she was making since then, it was very questionable things that she was posting. Like, for one, she was saying, you know, I'm working in silence now. You know, you're trying to help someone out, bring them to the top, and people hate on it or something like that. So she was saying that she would never openly share with us who she's involved with or working with or whatever. So that was one thing she stated, and people thought, you know, like she's referencing that to Storm Monroe. But another post that she had made said, like, I thrive on failure. I seek failure because it's in our failures that we grow and we get better, and everything that I've lost, I'm doing even better now, and all that type of stuff. So a lot of people looked at that like you're being very cocky. You are deflecting, and you are trying to pin on like this front that all is well, all is good, you don't give a fuck, and all that type of stuff. Now, this is what I had looked at. What she was kind of saying, yes, there is a silver lining in failure, but right, everything, the way that she said it was just arrogance. Instead of saying, like, that's, to me, that part she could have kept to herself or did a separate post maybe at a different time, and just came out and said, look, I apologize for what I did. This was my intent behind why I did it that way. Yeah, maybe I could have tweaked a few things, did them a bit differently, but, you know, this, lay it out. You get what I'm saying? Instead, when she so-called gave her an apology, which she, at her last live video, she started it at the front of it, and what her apology was this, which isn't an apology. She said, if I triggered people who are abused, because I know that this happens, well, yeah, she did say that. I know that this happens all the time. People are abused, and my show goes around the world. So, you know, if y'all were triggered by what I said, it brought back bad memories for you, then I apologize to you for that. That's deflection. That's not taking any accountability. Oh, and then she moved on to, okay, well, here I want to celebrate. Let's pop bottles of Cristal. I think they was drinking and stuff like that. And that's what she did. Basically, like, oh, fuck y'all. Sorry for you abuse victims if that triggered you. Not sorry that I handled this abuse with this particular person in a not so delicate way. And we told her, like, no, we want you to apologize to Jaguar Wright for how you conducted yourself with her, for the energy, the negative energy and frequency that you were riding going while you were interacting with her. She did not do that. She did not say sorry to Jaguar Wright. She did not apologize for basically showing her ass in that interview. She was still just being cocky and arrogant. about everything. It's kind of basically like saying, screw what y'all feel, what y'all think. I'm still doing good, because she was talking about her numbers and how she's still getting her views. So, you know, her losing subscribers don't mean shit to her and all that kind of stuff. And it just showed that Tasha is incapable of being humble. She's incapable of for at least, like, she a Wendy Williams for real, in a sense. Now I thought about it, because Wendy Williams struggled with that. Wendy Williams would never publicly admit to an L, basically. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically the same thing that Tasha K was doing. She cannot publicly admit to an L. She cannot show defeat. She can, as a saying goes, never let them see you sweat. So, and while trying to mask, I guess her feelings of, well, maybe she don't regret, but let's say possibly feelings of regret, feelings of failure and stuff like that, she overkilled, which makes it come off as arrogance and cockiness. And it don't cost you nothing to just humble yourself and say, look, I apologize, Jaguar Wright, for the way that I chose to handle the interview. Because she could have asked the questions that she asked, just in a better way, more class way, and not hammered in on the certain things that she was saying. So now let's get to what she had to say in this Wiley interview, because I want you guys to go check it out. I'm going to share with you a few things from the interview that I peeped, and I want you to tell me if this sways your feelings about how she handled that interview. Number one, she stated that that was her plan, to interrogate. She said that, yes, she was intentionally trying to trap Jaguar up in lies, so that's why she kept asking the same questions. She said she was not trying to get her concrete location. She just wanted to know how she was making her money and if she was homeless. She said that Jaguar is the type of person who don't allow other people to speak, and people who speak a lot normally forget what they said. So, right, she wanted to see, oh, if I ask you this again, will you forget what you just told me if it was a lie? You know, that would indicate a lie. So, yes, she did go into this with a strategy. She did go into that interview with the intent to bring Jaguar right down, to discredit her, to attack her, basically. What else? So she said she doesn't regret any of that part of how she handled the interview. And what was funny to me is that while she was talking to Wiley, she was speaking about trying to catch Jaguar right up in lies. Because one of the things she said is, we don't have no similarities. I mean, yeah, we both was molested, but we're, as far as characteristics, personality, we're nothing alike. That ain't true, baby girl. Y'all are. You run your mouth a lot, because even while she was doing this interview with Wiley, you caught your own self up in a lie that I spotted out, which I'm gonna tell y'all about. So it's like, if your idea is that, oh, people who speak a lot, because she kept saying Jaguar don't let nobody else talk, Jaguar just keep going on and on, you kind of somewhat do the same thing. She mentioned the fact of lying. The lie that I caught her in was a few of them that she had in that Wiley interview. But one of them is, she said, I wanted to break the interview up in sections, but I did not, because I wanted to just give it to you all the way that it was. We didn't do any editing other than inserting my ads, right? So what that's telling us, you just threw the video out the way that it was and only put in ads but removed nothing. But then in that conversation, as she went on to talk, the host said, oh, you know what, it was a certain part y'all didn't get to see. I edited it out. And then I think that it clicked to her, like, damn, I just told them I edited it out. So then it was at the very end. It was at the very end of the video after we had already said goodbye. So now she's giving us the excuse, and she just lied and was caught in it of, oh, well, I edited out because we had already said goodbye. That was the end of the actual interview. So you lied then. You did edit it. You removed footage from it. But anyway, so she's saying, though, it was after they already said bye, which is why she edited it out. And she said that Jaguar Wright was crying during that time. She was like, so she's still suffering from her traumas, because she was just crying. She had mentioned about her husband. She's like, you know what? I'm going to post it on my Patreon. I'll let my Patreon subscribers, members, see that part or whatever. But that was one lie that she told. The other thing that she was mentioning that was kind of asinine, and that I feel was a lie, is because she said I had talked to what is his name, Storm Monroe, and told Storm Monroe, like, here, you know what, give me her information. I'm gonna go ahead and do an interview with Jaguar Wright. Well, she also said that Jaguar Wright, she was like, she already wanted to do an interview with me. She was reaching out to me, and I didn't take it. And I gave it to, she's like, I called Storm Monroe, gave it to Storm Monroe. She's like, yeah, they had great chemistry and this, that, other. But I wanted to come from a different angle, which was to interrogate. She admitted that. But this is where I feel that that's a lie. She tried to put it off like I didn't steal any interviewer from Storm Monroe. I called that Jaguar Wright already wanted to do it with her. She called Storm, told him, here, give me her information. I'm gonna go ahead and do it with her. Well, first off, if you said that Jaguar Wright was already reaching out to you, because that's what you claim, Jaguar Wright was reaching out to you to do an interview, and you tossed her to the side to him, then you would have had her information. What did you need to contact him for if you the one who sent her to him? Wouldn't you already have her information? Right? So I look at that as a lie. But the other thing that I look at that backs that up as a lie is the fact that Jaguar Wright stated in her interview with Tasha K, which Tasha K didn't seem to have any disagreement about, is she said, you're the one who contacted me and wanted to interview me. What Tasha K response to that was, yeah, because I want the people to get to know you so they can know who Jaguar Wright is. You didn't say, well, yeah, that was after you already contacted me, or yeah, I was returning your request to be interviewed. So I personally think you have just caught yourself in another lie, talking about she reached out to you, but you had to go to Storm Monroe to get her information. That don't make sense. And she stated on your interview that no, you're the one who reached out to her for an interview. The other thing that she said, which I do agree with, is she said, in the entertainment world,